weekend restoration. We're pulling in here to the old home of our new project. We're gonna have to get turned around here on the road, and we're gonna have to back in here down this alleyway. So we'll see you guys in a minute. Am I in your way?
No. Well, we got part way out of the hole where it was there. Got our cable hooked up there, got it back so far. We got to get a little bit more strategic planning, but with Michael steering and me running the cable, I think we get it out on that road. We'll get her hooked up and head to its new destination. All right, well, here we are. We got it pulled out of the weeds and onto the road, hooked up. Everything looks pretty good. That's where it came from. And so we'll get you another section when we get it to where we're going to be working on it and go from there.
Alright, we made it back to a new location where we're going to be doing most of our restoration projects from here on out. We're probably going to be bringing the peat down here too, and a few other things we've been thinking about. Got here one piece. Got a dent in the fuel tank. I don't remember that was there. Probably hit a couple mailboxes, but you'll have that. We've been having a little bit of trouble getting all the parts rounded up for the peat, so we stumbled across this thing. And we decided to pick it up and have another project and keep content out for you guys just in the meantime until we get a little further ahead on the peat. This one here, it is a white, if you haven't noticed by the title. Needs some TLC, a few places, cab corners and floor pans and typical stuff. But this truck, unlike the peat, is more complete. Just about everything is here that we know of so far. We'll have to get after it with pressure washer and blow holes and everything to see what all we need to fix, but for the most part it seems like a pretty decent truck. This is a 64 and it did have a dump bed on it, which somebody went a little crazy with the torches and kind of tore it up a bit. But so since this was a dump truck, all the hydraulics and stuff are going to be taken off. Might be looking around for a frame to switch it back into a tandem, or into a tandem, I guess. And just a few other things, just like looking for different fuel tanks so we don't have these big boxy things hanging off of here, and just a lot of different stuff going on with this one. So I'll just hand it off to Bobo here and he can go over some of the power plant specs here.
Alright, this has got another Cummins in it like the peat. It's it's not the same model. I believe they considered this one an HR. I think it was a little beefier engine. And it's hard to see in the video, but when you're standing here looking at it, this engine is in here on an angle like the old slant 6 Chryslers, but that's the way they put these in here to make them fit. So it's got a compression release on it too. Nothing's broke, but it's froze up, so we'll have to free that all up. I stumbled across this truck in a tractor salvage yard when I was hunting for parts for a John Deere Bee I had just recently bought. Talked to the guy, said yeah, he'd sell it. Wasn't sure about the title. We're also having problems with the title with the Peterbilt, so I don't know how that's going to pan out. But anyhow, I took some pictures of this and just by luck showed it to some other friends, and they recognized the truck, knew the guy that owned it, put me in touch with him. He was another local guy. He said if he had the title, he knew where it would be and he'd let me know. A day later, my buddy called me back. He had got a text from the original owner. He had the title, so that pretty much sealed the deal. I got that taken care of. We got the title now and everything, so we can pretty much do whatever we want. Still kind of a similar, got this big oil filter, cartridge style oil filter. This particular truck had a hydraulic clutch cylinder in it too. There's a little master cylinder, almost looks like an old brake cylinder, but it's for the clutch. Guy told me it kind of leaked, but the guy told me he drove this into the salvage yard when the guy bought it, so it did run. Guys had it in there about 10 years, and it's got a single stick, older, fuller transmission Road Ranger, 10-speed, but it's a lighter duty. Just got your high and low range button on the stick there, and you can see the tag on the door gives you still on there for the actual truck, and the transmission. It's kind of neat that all that stuff's still there. Somebody did replace the speedometer. It's the right size, but it doesn't match. I don't know if that's going to be something we can find or not, but at least everything's there. Nothing's, I don't know what actually was in that panel that's kind of laying off there, but I don't think there's anything in there that has to be there. That could be added, something for a bunch of lights and stuff. So like Michael said, I think we're going to try to stretch this out into a tandem, maybe get some smaller aluminum, nice polished tanks, put the fuel tanks back here, and get rid of these crappy old tanks. This also has the series parallel switch. This would have been 24-volt start. Would like to probably get rid of that. And a lot of these were positive ground that had that, so I don't think you have to do much but switch some wires around to get it to just a 12-volt negative ground. But we got to check into that too, because those things work, but they were kind of a hassle. So other than that, right at this point, until we get things cleaned up and see exactly where we're at, that's, you can see there's some holes in the roof where there was lights. I think the lights that I noticed that were up on the cab don't look too spiffy. I think we get into this, we might weld up those holes and get some nicer lights for in the cab, and I don't know what the deal is there on the back of the cab. It's pretty beat up. Looks like it might have got hit with something. I'll bet there was something with the bed when it was had a dump bed on it. Something probably come down and hit that, and they beat it back out. So it's going to need some TLC there too. But I don't know. I thought about just trying to get this cleaned up, and we would maybe just buff it out, but now that I see it up close, it looks like there's been a lot of brush marks and stuff in it. We were thinking it had a nice patina on it, but it is a little bit rougher, so we might just go ahead and, I think maybe probably a good thing would do to pull the cab off the frame and just get get everything apart and steamed off, and get the cab on a dolly where we can work at it and get it sanded and welded up, and maybe just start fresh. I don't know yet, but that's the plan. We got lots of plans, we got lots of projects. I don't know how they're going to work out, but for now that's where we're at.